For more content like this, please hit like and subscribe. Unpinning Butterflies, Science, Scientism, and the Soul of Wonder. Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. There's something deeply human about wanting to understand the world, to ask questions, study the stars, take things apart, marvel at how they work. This is one of God's gifts to us. Science, when it's healthy and rightly practiced, enhances our ability to live wisely, to care for creation, and to delight in beauty. But not everything that wears the name science is helpful. There's a shadow side that quietly substitutes itself for wisdom. It's called scientism, not the study of nature, but the belief that only scientific explanations are meaningful. Where science opens doors, scientism often slams them shut. Where science enhances life, scientism tends to flatten it. Science versus scientism. Here's the difference, simply put. Science says, let's explore the oceans. Vast and beautiful as they are, we have so much to learn from them. Scientism says, all that matters about the oceans is what we can learn about them. Science humbly acknowledges the mystery and complexity of life. Scientism tries to reduce that mystery to what fits in a lab report. G.K. Chesterton captured this spirit perfectly. He said, "The scientific temperament is always trying to turn mystery into formula. It explains a thing till you can't look at it anymore with delight. It is like trying to understand a butterfly by pulling off its wings and pinning it to a board. In trying to analyze the butterfly, we sometimes forget to watch it fly." C.S. Lewis gives us a beautiful example in his book, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, where Eustace, the rational skeptic, tells Ramadou, a retired star in human form, in our world, a star is a huge ball of flaming gas. Ramadou responds gently, even in your world, my son, that is not what a star is, but only what it is made of. It's a stunning rebuke, not of science, but of reductionism. Yes, a star is composed of gas, but it is also light, rhythm, beauty, myth, and mystery. Knowing what something is made of is not the same as knowing what it is. When an explanation becomes an erasure. The late Malcolm Muggeridge, a journalist turned Christian thinker, called this tendency the great cancer of our age, nihilism. Scientism, he argues, tries to explain everything and ends up explaining everything away. Love becomes chemistry. Consciousness becomes brainwaves. Faith becomes psychological projection. History becomes random accidents of power. And in the process, something vital is lost. The human soul, the spark of transcendence, the sense that life means more than it weighs. Muggeridge had seen where this road leads. As a journalist, he covered the horrors of Stalinist Russia and the collapse of secular ideologies that promised utopia and delivered devastation. What he witnessed convinced him that scientism and materialism are too small to hold the grandeur and the brokenness of human life. He said, "The depravity of man is the most empirically verifiable reality, but at the same time, the the most intellectually resisted fact. The biblical vision: wisdom, not reduction. The Bible doesn't fear knowledge. In fact, it celebrates it. But it also teaches us that true knowledge begins with reverence, not reduction. Proverbs 9:10 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom." In Psalm 19, verse 1, "The heavens declare the glory of God." What does that mean? Well, it means stars are not just gas. Their brilliance shines forth like a glorious song. Humans are not just animals. They bear God's image. Love is not just hormones. It is the mark of the divine. The Apostle Paul writes, "In Christ are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge." Colossians 2:3. Which means that all truth is God's truth. But truth is more than data. It is personal. It is relational. It calls us not merely to dissect, but to adore. So what do? Let science teach us. Let it explore, discover, heal, and build. But let us also make space for wonder, worship, beauty, and mystery. The next time you see a butterfly, don't rush to pin it down. Let it fly. And thank God that there is more to this world than we can measure, and far more to life than what it's made of.